Hello everyone and welcome to another update. This one is the long awaited update for all the pro-Ukrainian crowd. As you can see, the large-scale Kherson offensive has finally begun. We're seeing three different axes of attack for the Ukrainian forces towards Snihorivka. As you can see, they are attacking from the northeast, the northern area and the western area of the settlement. We see that they are trying to cut off the western part here by going around the city, and then they are attacking from the central area and the eastern area to split the Russian defenders into two, while also trying a flanking maneuver. The Russian forces are responding by withdrawing further into the city, holding this road here as a defensive line, which means that the Ukrainians have managed to establish a foothold here in the northern part of the city, and then they're trying to cut off the Ukrainian forces trying to advance in the west. So far, there's no indication that there's a Ukrainian breakthrough. However, there were some initial reports that stated as such. However, they have since been debunked, which means that the current area is in a gray zone, as there's no proof of anything. The Russian side are reporting that in this offensive there are the usual Western volunteers from English-speaking countries as well as from Poland, which means that the Foreign Legion is here in this area in this offensive. The same forces that were used in the Kharkiv region during that offensive, which means that the Ukrainian forces are most likely using their strongest forces here in this offensive. I've said it in earlier videos that the Ukrainian axis of attack is most likely going to be towards Shuhorivka and eastwards from Pokrovsk, to cut off the Russian forces in this whole area, where they will try to control the road, which is their main route of retreat, especially now in the muddy season where all of this is muddy, which leaves the Russians with no escape route except for this road here that the Ukrainians can cut off. However, since this whole area is muddy right now, which that means that it is most likely not the axis of attack the Ukrainians will use, so most likely just push straight through this highway that goes straight to Kherson. If they run down this highway, they'll be able to cut off the forces just by taking this road, instead of having to cut them off from the south as well. The Russians will then have the opportunity to just walk back, however they'll have to leave their heavy equipment behind. So they'll either sabotage the equipment or they'll have to walk back. So most likely they'll try and sabotage the most important equipment and then they'll walk back. Other than that, they'll have to run as fast as they can if they want to escape from the Ukrainian advance. And that is only if the Russian defenses do not hold. Initial reports from Rybar suggest that there is a lack of ammunition as well as manpower in the city, which indicates that they aren't properly prepared for an offensive here, which means that the Ukrainians are likely to have a breakthrough if this is their actual offensive. And most signs indicate that this is their actual offensive, as there has been reported that upwards of 100,000 troops are concentrated in this area, which means that they have enough troops, they have enough equipment, and they have prepared properly for this offensive. So most likely what we're seeing is the final offensive in Kherson, as Russians have been preparing for, considering they have evacuated most of the citizens from Kherson, as well as prepared defensive positions in the city, which means that they're ready to give up this whole area to the north of Kherson and fight in the city itself. Anyways, that's it for this update. Thank you all for watching and have a great day.